Rule 8.
Tell the truth, or at least don't lie. Yeah, that's a rough one.
This is my favorite one. I already practice.
Oh, you already practiced your favorite.
Many troubles I have gotten into for practicing Rule 8.
You know, and that's just one of the things. Like, there's so many things, and we just talked about this in the other episode 13 about, you know, we got into that rant about truth.
Yep. This
is one of the hard ones. You know, you want to set your house in order, like, yeah, this is kind of one of the key ones that you got to focus on.
Yep.
You know? If you're not truthful about where you are, you know what I mean? Let's just scroll back through the rules. You're not truthful about who you are and what you are. How are you going to stand up straight? How are you going to hold your shoulders back? You're not truthful about who you are and what you deserve. How are you going to treat yourself well? How do you even know how to treat yourself? You want to make friends with people that want the best for you. Well, what is the best for you? You got to be truthful about that, right? Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. How do you know who you were yesterday? You're not truthful about it. Don't let your children do things that you don't dislike. You got to be truthful about that. What don't you like about them? What don't you like about their behaviors that you want to change? Set your house in order. How are you going to set your house in order? You're not truthful about things. You're going to build a house of lies? You're going to live in that house of lies? You know? How are you going to pursue what's meaningful in a house of lies?
Dang.
It's like,
whew, man. And that, to me, I mean, if anybody out there, you ain't done none of these, start here.
You know? And again, I get it. No offense if you are that person living in a house of lies, but I get it. The goal is just start from where you are today.
Yeah.
Just do 1%. And I mean, you got a house of lies, just start on the left wall. Take this lie down one day.
Yep.
Sit with that. Let it marinate. Okay? Then go to the next one on this wall. Take it down. Let it marinate. Your house might fall apart rather quickly, okay? You know, sometimes you got to put those lies back up. But you know what? You figured out we can't take that lie down. You take that lie down, our whole house is going to fall down.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's go to this one. Let's try one of these. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
It's crazy.
You got to start taking them down.
Yeah. I mean, he talked about, what is that? When he was a student, was he going through an internship or something?
Yeah. When he was when he was training to be a psychologist, and he was at the mental institution or something like that or whatever. And one of the patients had come up to him and said, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Can I come with you?" And it's like, what do I say?
Right. This person's mentally unstable. Like, yeah, like you don't want to say something that's gonna like set them off, right?
Yeah, like trigger them. So what is his little thought process goes here real quick here. I could tell the patient a story designed to save everyone's face, or I could answer truthfully. We can only take 8 people in our group. Would fall into the first category, as would have, we're just leaving the hospital now. Neither of these answers would have bruised any feelings, you know, or have been untrue. And he goes on to say, I told the patient as simply and directly as I could that we were new students training to be psychologists, and she couldn't join us for that reason. And now, not only was that a great truthful answer, now think about this. The next time you see her, instead of her saying, "Oh, can I come with you this time?" and you have to come up with another lie.
Oh, yeah.
She just looks at you. "Oh, hey, you guys are the students. I can't go with you. How you guys doing? Have a good day. Sounds good."
It's true, man. You know, but like you think about that in your life. I mean, I'm guilty of this too. Like, how many times you see that person, right? And you just lie to them about what the situation is. And then it's like,
so easy.
You know what I mean? You got to go back again. Now you see them the next day and you're like, hey, you know, you got to come up with a new lie.
Yep.
Right. See them the next day and it's like, hey.
Yeah.
Like eventually your lie is going to fall through.
Or you've got to come clean and it's going to be worse.
Yeah.
What you told me you had something to do and you didn't want to hang out, and like that was 14 days in a row. Like, what, dude, I just don't want to hang out with you. Like, why don't you just say that? Like, fuck, man.
Yeah. Yeah, true, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It is. But it's so easy to not hurt people's feelings, and I don't want to offend anybody, and we've got to risk, we've got to risk offending people to have meaningful conversations, to be able to tell the truth, to progress in life, to live our truths, to have meaningful work, meaningful relationships.
That's true. And, we talked about this in our previous episodes too. Those of you that need external accountability.
Yeah.
Right. You're going to lie to this person that's holding you accountable to something. Then all of a sudden they can't even hold you accountable anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How are they going to keep an expectation of you that's built on a lie?
And a lot of times you're lying to yourself.
Yeah. You lie to yourself. How are you going to hold yourself accountable for things that you do?
Yeah. Or expect somebody else to hold you accountable. Like, oh, you've been running? Oh, that's great. That sounds good. No.
Yeah.
But your accountability partner is like, I'm doing my job. You said you were running. I'm checking on that you're running. You're not doing any running.
Yeah. I mean, there comes a point, like, sometimes it's hard to tell the truth, and sometimes it's hard to not lie, but there's also times when you just got to say nothing.
And that was the part of this rule that to me was the way I took it. At least don't lie. That's the part to me. It's like, listen, this is a time where I just need to shut up, because nothing that I say is going to be worthy of it, or it's not the right time, or they're not ready for what I need to say.
Yeah. Cause there's times when the truth would just hurt somebody.
Yeah.
Getting out there and being truthful all the time, believe me, that's something that I've practiced for a while, and it's hard.
Yes.
It's hard to live in that thing. And sometimes when you tell the truth, like, there's times when I just want to so get out there and tell the truth about something, but I know saying the truth is just going to end up hurting somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think if this rule, at least they tell you, at least don't lie, that's the way to be. Like, there's times when the truth is going to make things worse.
Yeah.
When it's going to hurt people, when it's going to destroy families, or whatever the case might be.
Yeah.
And that's the time when you just don't lie about it.
Right.
Like how he did with that psychologist. I mean, he was a student talking to that person in the psych ward. Like, you're not going to tell them I mean, he told her the truth, but, like, you have to do it in a tactful way.
Right.
And that's sometimes, I think it's the hard part for people, why they can't tell the truth. Sometimes there is no tactful way to do it.
I've gotten myself in a ton of trouble for telling the truth and telling people things they didn't want to hear. I wish I was more tactful, or the thing I learned was shutting up.
Yeah. Put a safe boundary, put a safe distance, between you and that person, and just kind of, I found it too in sometimes when I'm talking to people that we already know the truth.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Times when we're there, we know the truth, we know what's happening.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes if you just don't call them out on it,
mm-hmm.
it's better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I sit there and I so want them to say the truth. I so want them to tell me how they're feeling, or I so want them to say that they're sorry, because I know they want to say it. But sometimes if you sit there and demand that of the other person, you harm them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Or you harm that relationship you have. Yeah.
Yeah. And, like, you know what I mean? It's not about the hierarchy thing. It's not me trying to take dominance.
Mm-hmm.
It's just me wanting that person to just get out there and be honest with themselves. And, just like in the last rule, like, say what you need to say to your friends and family, like do it.
Yeah.
But sometimes making somebody come to that's not the best.
Yeah. You can't.
That doesn't end well.
No.
So if there's times when you're at a point and, what's going on, you're aware of it, just like you said, let it be. Yeah. Wait for it. Give them the opportunity to tell the truth.
Yeah.
If it doesn't happen, Okay. Right? Be meaningful. Think about the long term. Okay. It'll come at a different time.
Yeah.
Now's not the right time.
And you can even, if you're that good friend, you can keep nurturing them to build up, to be able to stand up straight enough, to look within themselves,
right?
Tell themselves the truth, so that they can in turn tell you the truth.
Yeah.
But before that, you can already forgive them. Like, one day you're gonna say you're sorry, but I'm gonna forgive you now.
Yeah. And that's just keeping the light in the darkness, man.
Yeah.
This book does a lot of that. Light in the darkness, order in the chaos.
Yep.
Have it, and then that just comes down to the other way when you're trying to stand your ground. You don't want to offend somebody by doing something, yet you have to stand your ground because as a person they're letting you down. Yeah, he's got that story about the landlord story, man. That's just,
oh man, that's a good story.
That story just resonates like miles. I don't know. I've related to that situation many times, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that story.
Tell us about the landlord, Jordan Peterson's landlord.
So I'm not sure where this is at or whatever, but he has this landlord, and the landlord has a drinking problem. They say I got a drinking problem. I ain't got no problem drinking at all. But anyway. And so the landlord is always looking for money to buy booze. So the landlord will like walk up and knock on the door and be like, hey, what's going on, man? Like, can I sell you this? Like, this is my microwave. Can you sell you this is my microwave? Like, so you can get some money. And like, sure, like, this is your landlord. What are you gonna do? Like, the first time it happens, you're like, all right, we'll be polite. We don't want to offend this person, right? We don't want to break or cross boundaries. And it's like, okay, so you give him money, and then after this continues to happen, like, it's this guy's just buying more booze, getting more drunk. When you realize it, right, when you tell the truth about a situation, like, you're not doing him any favors.
Yeah,
you're supporting him in his bad habit, right?
Yep.
You are not morally obligated, right, to support a person that's making this world a worse place.
Yep.
Right? And like, when you come to truth, and then like, finally, I think it was the toaster, right? That's how the story ended. Like, he went there to sell, the landlord went there to sell him a toaster.
Yeah.
And finally he's like, look, man, no, I'm not going to buy your toaster.
Yeah.
Told him the truth. He stood his ground, right? And it's like, here, he's like, stand your ground. And he realized any micro expression revealing sarcasm, deceit, contempt, or self-congratulation would have thrown that conversation all off.
Mm-hmm.
He straight stood there, stone-faced, looking this guy just straight up. No, I'm not going to buy your toaster. Quite frankly, stop coming here to sell your things. It's making me and my wife uncomfortable. And just paused. Like, I found that negotiation tactic right there. Stand your ground, right? Mm-hmm. Express what you mean. It's a little rule in the future. Okay, be precise in what you're trying to say, and just stand there in a neutral. We call it neutral gym. You're not trying to offend them. You're not trying to take a defensive position. You're just standing your ground. And like, bro, you could hear his voice. We did the audiobook. Like, you could hear him telling the story. Like,
yes,
he, you could feel that was just uncomfortable for him to do. Like, but it's something that needed to be done. You got to realize what the truth is, what you're actually doing to this person. You're making their life worse. And you need to stop that. And he needs to stop what he's doing. Like, that was a rough conversation. That was crazy story, man.
And my favorite part of that story was the end, when he's like, the next morning, like, he's like, he remembered the conversation, and then from then on, our relationship was even better.
Right.
It's like, that's what's up.
I like that happy ending. I mean, it's a storybook.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that's not always the ending that happens.
No.
But yeah, that to me shows light in the darkness again. Like the landlord realized what he was doing.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, I guess that was his way of being, hey, thank you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, man. I didn't need that booze last night. Thank you.
Yeah, but
that's the landlord coming to truth, right? Coming to terms with what he was doing.
And it started with Jordan Peterson being self-aware enough to tell the truth so that other guy could live his truth.